First of all, I'm wetting the entire page thoroughly using a large brush. Then I'm loading some thick cadmium yellow medium hue from Daniel Smith and dabbing it here and there onto the paper using the same wet brush. Next, I'm adding a little bit of quinacridone rose, still using the same brush, and dabbing small areas here and there like this. If it spreads too much, just rinse and dry your brush, then lift a little of the color. Then I'm loading some quinacridone coral from Michael Harding using a thinner brush with much less water. The thinner brush with less water will help to keep the color more vivid and the shapes a little more defined. Then I added some quinacridone purple to strengthen the color. After that, I'm using a clean, damp brush to soften some of these thicker areas slightly, so the colors blend more naturally into the background. Keep softening in one direction. Even if it's not perfectly smooth, it'll still look natural. And each time I rinse the brush, I absorb the excess water on a clean, dry napkin before painting again. This helps avoid unwanted water blotches on the paper. Now, I'm using a fine brush to define some of the flower shapes a little more using quinacridone coral again. At this stage, some areas of the flower petals are already becoming slightly drier because we lifted some color and moisture earlier. So when I add this darker color, it won't disperse as much as it would have before, although it will still softly merge a little into the surrounding area. And if any area feels too strong, I just lift a little bit of the color using a clean, dry brush. Now I'm adding some quinacridone purple at the bottom of each flower head to strengthen the depth slightly. Next, I'm using a dark green with a slightly damp brush around the base of the flower heads and extending the stems softly into the background, like this. I'm also using a clean, dry brush to soften a few areas like this. This stage is mostly just softening the color, rinsing and drying the brush, and going over it a few times, but don't overdo it. Now I'm lifting out a few soft round bubble shapes for a dreamy effect before the paper dries completely. Finally, I'm adding some small decorative dots onto the paper.